What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. Today I have an early deck list featuring Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX, which is coming out in the next Pokemon TCG set, Fusion Strike. I think this card is so good, and I'm really excited about it. And I've actually started testing this list today, and I will have some gameplay of it on the channel soon, coming up this week. So I think this list is a really great starting point, and there's also multiple ways you can build the deck. So let me know in the comments down below how you want to build a deck with Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX. Before we get into this, we're going to start off by just looking at a few of the cards that need to be translated. And I'd also like to shout out my sponsors, PoTownStore.com, the best place to get ptcgo codes, and CardTrooperGames.com, where you can buy physical product, and you can use code Celio for 5% off on both of those websites. And you can also find all of my standard format deck lists over at PokemonCard.io. Links for all of that is in the description down below. And please subscribe to the channel if you have not already for daily Pokemon TCG content. A like goes a long way, and like I said, comment about this Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX card if you're interested in it. And now let's get into the video. So, Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX has the ability Double Shooter. Once during your turn, you may discard a water energy from your hand. If you do, put 2 damage counters on 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So this is kind of like, you can compare it to a double quick shooting. Now, in some decks, it's going to be a good thing to put water energy from hand to discard because of Melanie. I will not be using Melanie or Raihan in this list, and you'll see why when we take a look at what the list looks like and what it's focusing on. But this can potentially spread so much damage, especially if you set up multiple of these Inteleon VMAX with a Chilling Reign Inteleon with quick shooting in addition to it. And then it has just one attack, Gmax Whirlpool. For watercolorless, it does 70 damage plus. You may put an energy attached to this Pokemon back into your hand. If you do, this attack does 70 more damage. So you can do that attack for just a single Rapid Strike energy, and then return that Rapid Strike energy to your hand to do 140. In this list, I am playing the Rapid Strike Inteleon V just because it can be searched out with Sobble's Keep Calling. Because it's Rapid Strike, you can attach Rapid Strike energy to it, and it gets free retreat from Tower of Waters. So you can also search it out with Octillery. And then the final card to mention that is in the deck is Basculin, which I think is such a great card coming out of Fusion Strike. It is another Rapid Strike card, and it has one attack, Wound Swarm, for watercolorless or a single Rapid Strike energy. It does 30 damage plus 10 more for each damage on your opponent's active Pokemon. So it's a great card to clean up a knockout once you've already damaged something. So now that we've looked at the new cards that are going to be featured, here is the deck list. So let's see how it looks like this. Oops, we are now just scrolling through my thumbnails for YouTube. There you go. So this is a downloaded image that I've got from Pokegear, where Pokegear.com is where I made the deck list at. And the card covered on the right side is Evolution Incense, which there are 3 of in the deck. So I have a 4/4 line of the new Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX, and that is going to be our main attacker. Because I have so many of those, I'm only playing 1 quick shooting Inteleon to give us extra space in the deck, but I am playing multiple scoop up nets, so we can use that Inteleon, then scoop it up and reuse it all in the same turn. But the second Inteleon quick shooting and the second Shady Dealings Inteleons were early cuts to fit everything into the deck that I think it needed to function. So 4/4 Inteleon VMAX, and the main play style of this deck is going to be using Rapid Strike energy to deal 140 to the active, and it returns to your hand. And then after they hit you, we Cheryl, because that energy came back to the hand. We reattach, we do 140 again, and we have 3 Cheryls in the deck, so we can do this a maximum of 3 times. I don't play any way to get Cheryl back, like Palpat or Eldegoss or Chatot, because I believe if you use Cheryl 2 to 3 times throughout a standard format game, how the game pace typically is right now, 2 to 3 Cheryls for full effect are typically going to be game changing, and I'm not sure you really need any more, because if you swing 140 and you're spreading to the bench and then you Cheryl a full attack from the opponent, you swing 140 again, that's 280. So that means if you escape rope that Pokemon to the bench, or if you have quick shootings going on, you can clean it up with abilities next turn and you won't even need to attack it again. All the while, this Inteleon VMAX is tanking hits thanks to Cheryl. Another great thing you can do is swing for 140. The energy comes back to your hand, and then they hit you, you Cheryl, and you either retreat, or you can retreat or play down Tower of Waters or escape rope, whatever it is. But escape rope in this situation isn't going to typically work as well. But after you swing that 140, that means Basculin is set up to do 170, so that goes to 310. And then even if you need a little more to clean them up, you can rope or boss them later and ping with Inteleon VMAX's ability, or quick shooting, which can also go to the active when you need it to. So something definitely to keep in mind is that Inteleon VMAX's ability that does 2 damage counters to 2 Pokemon can only be done to benched Pokemon. So that's why I keep bringing up Escape Rope and Boss's Orders, and that's why we do have the Escape Rope in the deck. Now, the 1/1 Octillery is in the deck because Rapid Strike Energy is very important to get down on turn 2, and then get it back into our hand with the attack, and then keep chaining that attack into Cheryl, the attack into Cheryl. And that's also why our supporter count might seem a little bit odd, because we plan to use Cheryl 2 to 3 turns out of the game. So we don't need a lot of researches. We don't need a lot of Boss's Orders, because we're going to try to be using Cheryl 2 to 3 times throughout the game. And so the way we're going to be using the Inteleon VMAX ability a lot is the kind of engine that I've built here. We only are playing 5 water energy, because water energy is useless for the way I've built this deck outside of the ability. So we don't want to use a ton. Yeah, we can attach sometimes turn 1 to like a Basculin and then have that sit on the bench, and then, you know, when the time comes to use it, we could just attach another water energy, or water energy to Shady Dealings Inteleon. It can be an okay single price attacker, but the water energies are mostly there to use the ability of Inteleon VMAX. I've considered even going down to just 4 water energies, because you can Capacious Bucket them out early, and then mid to late game, Energy Retrieval and Training Court. And I do think a lot of players will make the mistake of putting too many water energies in this deck, because they want to, I want to play 3 of these Inteleon VMAX abilities every single turn. Even if you do, you could feasibly do that with the energy count I have by going Energy Retrieval, Training Court, use all 3, Energy Retrieval, Training Court, use all 3, and then draw into an extra and Capacious Bucket for the second and third and use all 3 again. And, the games don't last that long. Like, if we had games that were going 8, 9, 10 turns typically, then I'd say maybe we need more energy, or maybe even the game plan changes a little bit. Maybe we need an extra Cheryl or some Pal Pads or Eldegoss or something. But we're not planning to play 10 turn plus games. Typically we're going to have like 4 to 6 turns of actually attacking, so turn 2 through turn 6 or 7. And we want to try to use Cheryl like 2 to 3 times throughout those turns. And, we want to be using the Inteleon ability when we can, but even if it's just 1 or 2 at a time, it can help us set up knockouts for later on. And the Training Court just allows us to consistently recur those basic water energies back from discard pile to hand. So this is a very basic build of Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX. I think you can go a lot of ways with it. You can play the other Inteleon VMAX. You can play Rapid Strike Urshifu. You could play Vaporeon VMAX certainly with it. But this is just a very streamlined, let's attack with Inteleon VMAX, heal it with Cheryl, rinse and repeat, get some bench damage in to set up knockouts for later on, and try to be consistent. So I'm excited about this card in general, and I will probably be trying a lot of different things with it. And so I hope you guys enjoyed today's deck profile on Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX. If you need ptcgo codes, you can get them over at potownstore.com. And if you need physical card products like Fusion Strike pre-orders for booster boxes under MSRP pricing, you can get those over at cardtroopergames.com and use code CELIO for 5% off. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon TCG content, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.